Hey everybody, cheers. It's your boy Javier, the final episode of the Analytical Eye Show for 2020. First off, I want to start off by saying cheers and Happy New Year. More blessings, more love, more light, more energy from the stars above, and then some and beyond. I want to thank you guys for watching this final episode for this year. This year has been a tough road. It's been a crazy one. It's been an amazing journey to take on with this world. So I want to say cheers to you all. This is aged tequila and some sweet sugared Kool-Aid. And it's quite actually pretty good. So I'm gonna give my little buzz on throughout this show. And then I have some friends coming over later on. Or friend coming over later on, not friends. We're gonna have friends over, but that didn't work out. Just one, COVID and that new strand from Colorado. Ain't trying to have too many people here. Ain't trying to get too sick. Ain't trying to get the corona. So no, thank you. Ooh, excuse me. Damn. Sorry, forgive me, y'all. Who had to catch my breath? That damn tequila, that's just the age, just so damn strong. Woo. But it's good though. It's kind of like a sweetie tangy taste. So if you guys ever try some tequila, try aged tequila. It's like not clear. It's like aged, so it looks like golden, like so. It's really good. But yeah, 2020 is gonna be an amazing year. Turning 21. But as y'all can see, I'm drinking already. Who cares? It's not like anybody else in the world ain't already drinking. And then internationally, shit, you're 18, so you can start drinking then. But this episode, it is entitled, "Where Do We Go From Here?" And I titled it this way is because just looking back on this year with everything that happened from... This year was just destined to be hell. I had walked into this year getting ready to celebrate 20 decades on this earth, and then Jill Scott was celebrating 20, so I matched that because I was going to go to her concert. I had big plans for this year, and then COVID happened and just took them away. Well, I still could have done them, but I decided not to because I knew that some BS was going to happen this year, and of course a lot did happen with me this year. Some my fault, some not. But looking back on this year with everything that happened with COVID and then the Black Lives Matter, where do we go from here? Is peace and light, but also some destruction. I told you guys that I am going to be causing some destruction in the white community, the neighborhood, the communities, the society, the laws, the government, the whole enchilada, because of the simple fact that whole slogan, no justice, no peace. And it's funny because I thought that slogan just recently came about, but when I started to look back at like 1977 protests and 1960s and going even further back, it was no justice, no peace. And we have asked for so long, and we're asking continuously, and we're only getting a little ahead. And it's time that we start demanding. And if not, there'll be some repercussions behind those demands if they're not met, because we deserve it. But where do we go from here as black people? I think it's time we bring the Black Panther Party back, and not for the same instances that before, as far as like the violence part of it, but I think we should have our own army. I think that we should have our own disciplinary system. I think that in that aspect, meaning that we should trial our own. I think we should bring back Black Wall Street, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Let's rebuild it. I think that going from here, I think we should also, in the Black Panther Party, bring back assistance within the black community, because we aren't helping each other enough anymore. You know what I'm saying? And we can't expect the white man or the white community or the white woman to help us out when we have yet to do for ourselves. Because they don't give a damn about us. And until we start giving, it's like when you start giving a damn about yourself, then people will start giving a damn about you. And I think that that's where we need to start back off at. You know, um, we're killing each other off. We're selling to each other. I just got done watching American Gangster, and then connected it back to The Godfather of Harlem, that Forest Whitaker is playing, and we're killing our own community. We've been killing our own community for quite some time now. We went from being suppressed by the white man to being suppressed by our own and by the white man. And nobody takes accountability. Nobody wants to take accountability for everything. And that's the problem in this country, the problem in this world. Nobody wants to take accountability. Everybody wants to place blame here or there. But in this life, God, even it says in the Bible, God promised you will have hell on earth. And it kind of goes back to where in the Bible, when I think it was either with David or some other person in the Bible. Remember the Testament where the devil and God had it out, where the devil was like, "Oh, I bet you I can turn all of your followers against you," and then so he went around and it was on the specific guy. I can't remember his name. I think his name was David or someone. But forgive me if I'm wrong. I'm not a church goer like that. You know, I believe in God and everything, but you know, I'm not a church goer like that. But it was basically like where he said you can do anything you want to him, but you can't kill him. So he killed the devil took his wife, took his kids, put like boiling coals on his body, like the Black Plague. He got him real sick, but the guy never stopped having faith and belief in God. No matter how much the devil did to him, he kept believing in God. And it's kind of like that in our life, where we are promised hell on earth, so why cause more trouble? You know what I'm saying? So I believe that the COVID was inevitable. COVID was inevitable to happen. It was already promised to us. And partially to blame because of how we are operating our world, not our world, but God's world. You know what I'm saying? We've done so much harm to it that 300,000 people had to die because of it. And I'm not saying that God did this. I'm just saying that the way we operating, because look how we handled COVID. Look how our government handled COVID. Look how the world kind of handled COVID, and they're still operating COVID as far as the vaccinations and stuff go. Look how they're handling it. They're handling it poorly. So this close to prove to you, with 300,000 deaths and over I think 5 million people. Well, if we're talking about worldwide, over 2 million deaths, but in the United States alone, over 300,000 deaths, and then over 30 or 40 million cases worldwide, and probably I think maybe 5 million here. I don't know the exacts because I don't really follow it like that, or the statistics, but it just shows to prove you why COVID is here, and it was inevitable to happen. One, because it was promised to us for hell on earth, but then also the reason why it's here is partially because of us and still how we handled it. And just to show us that as a world, we're not together, we're apart. And so I think going forward, we need to focus on stop placing blame and just acknowledging that there's going to be hell on this earth promised to us. But there's a lot that we can fix. And it's very simple. It is very simple. Some things are more simple than others. And instead of trying to fight the system or fight the people that are already oppressed, work with them to build us all up. Because like I've said in my previous episodes, when one wins, we all win. When one loses, we all lose. It's kind of like that one apple spoils a whole bunch. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, my friend keep texting me. I'm still shooting. We'll be done shortly. Sorry, y'all. You know, I don't like when people walk in. Like when I did the analytical eye show like 2 years ago, I used to live with someone. Don't want to get into that, but he came into the room while I was shooting, and I didn't edit it out. Y'all probably may have saw it, but 2 years ago, back then, the show was not great. I think I just wasn't in the right headspace to do it, and I did a lot of things wrong, where I realized I just needed to revamp and re-idolize and redo some things that I need to do for it, because I idolized this show really deeply, and I wanted to be a stigma for truth telling and talking and stuff. So, but moving back to what I was talking about. Matter of fact, sorry y'all, I'm so sorry. See, this is a crazy life. I'll let you know when to come in. It will be shortly though. Okay, because I don't want to walk in. Okay, but I think in this life, things aren't headed to us on a silver platter. We need to stop acting like we are. So with this whole stimulus check thing going around and how they're handling it so poorly, the COVID cases, the vaccination, the only real reason why they want to come up with a vaccine is so that way somebody can have the controlling power and selling it, so whoever sells it or has it can make the most money. But like my mom told me, because she's in the medical field, a true vaccination doesn't really even happen until after 10 years. And I believe that's true, especially coming from a mother who's been in the medical field. She studied medicine. She wanted to be a optometrist. I think that's what they call it, where you study bodies. But she ended up being a dental assistant. But even now, those 20 plus years, she's learned a lot. So I believe my mother when she tells me things. She's been in the medical field all her life. It was this destined for her. Trust me, it was designed for her to do it, and she's been doing it amazingly, although she's retired. But I think that in this life, we only get one. And I think that we're taking it and we're treating it so poorly. We're treating it so lightly, like a fluff of a cloud. And it's not okay. You know what I'm saying? Where do we go from here? Is finding light. Finding true blood, true happiness. The thing that happened with Antoinette Young in Chicago was poorly handled. The thing that happened in Nashville, where the cops knew about the guy making explosives, didn't do nothing about it, but yet they want to go raiding into black people's homes that they have the wrong address to and the warrants aren't valid. Kind of, yeah, that's don't even want to go there because it's not supposed to be that political right now, but and then Mitch McConnell, Pat not wanting to, is blocking the $2,000 check or whatever like that, and then Trump finally, the man over there, as I say, finally coming out after they've already agreed to a $600 check to want to bump it up to $2,000. Hell, they should give us the $600 and then pass a $2,000, but it's just so much, y'all. But not to make this a sad light moment, because we're stepping into the new year, 2021. I have plans. I finally found finding some wedding designers to create my website. So it's time to start getting some stuff off the ground. I'm about to get an agent I'm telling y'all, I got some things in the works, but I can't. When in war, maintain military silence. You want to tell people all your business, so I'm not telling y'all everything. I'm just gonna let y'all know I got a website coming and other amazing things happening. But man, I'm getting back on track, y'all. Graduating soon from film school. I'm gonna go into a master's degree program, and then after that, I'm gonna get my PhD in business. I got so many amazing things that are just gonna be happening in my life, and I'm just so excited for it. But this is not just about me, but this is about everybody. This is about the black community. I think that we need to, as black people, take care of our own. Checking on each other. It don't hurt to talk to each other. It don't hurt to tap someone on the shoulder and see how they're doing. We need to stand up for each other. We don't do it as black people. We don't do that a lot, and we need, going forward. This year was so profound for us that being 2 decades already into the new century, we have problems we have to fix, and I think that we need to take more trips together. We need to talk to each other. We need to be a listening ear to one another. Still be firm in what you believe in, what your decisions are, and help those who help themselves. But I think that we need to be a lending hand. I feel like we need another Million Man March. I feel like we need another monumental civil rights movement where we were in Washington D.C. Remember that with Martin Luther King? I feel like we need that again. I also feel that we just need to come together and stop all this using fingers and using our mouths. And if you don't know what I mean by that, then you need to get a clue. Seriously. And that's not to just talk too bad about someone right now, but it's the truth. I think that as a society, as a whole, now including everybody else that's not African American, or shall I say dark-skinned, we need to understand how imperative it is that everyone in this world gets to live their one life. Their one life. Because you only get one time. One time. You don't get a redo over. This ain't Monopoly. This ain't chess. This ain't checkers. This ain't Clue. This isn't Connect Four. This isn't a spades, dominoes, BS, Jim Rummy. Um, this ain't any of those games. All those are nice games. This ain't a game that you can just redo. Bidwist. This ain't none of that. This oh yeah. Brother know how to go throw down. I don't really know how to play Bidwist or chess because I'm not really that good at it. But everything else that I mentioned, I believe I'm good at it. Yeah, and I'm very competitive. But I think as a world, we need to start sitting down and realizing that we don't control this world. Well, we can't even control time. You think we can control time, but no, we can't. As you can see, time continues to go around with or without us. And we need to slow down, too, as a world. Everything's so time management. Everything's time, this time, that time, this, everything got to get done around. And it's like we don't get, as humans, we do so much and we're so extra about everything that we don't get a chance to just slow down and stop and just breathe. Bump living, just breathe. We don't get that. We do not get that. And ask yourself, how many times have you been able to sit back and just breathe? Do just nothing. I'm not saying call off from work. I'm not saying none of that. But I'm saying take off some time where you can just breathe. Before you step into a role as a parent or as a friend or as a wife or a husband or a spouse or a boyfriend or a girlfriend or an acquaintance or as an employee or an employer or a entrepreneur or as a student or as a teacher, whatever that is, a garbage man, a house owner, apartment owner, a homeowner in general, anything, before you step into it, breathe. And then after you step into it, breathe again. It's all about breathing, y'all. Literally. And you'll be amazing how much your body needs that breath. And I'm not talking about a breath that, you just breathe regular every day. I'm talking about your body will know what type of breath I'm talking about. When you take it, you'll know what I'm talking about. Because you'll just breathe in and it's like the smell of a clear blue ocean type of smell. I'm telling you, breathe. You know what I'm saying? This life is one shot. And we're all one bad decision away from being locked up or worse. We're one decision away of doing better or doing worse. And we have to forgive our faults. It's okay to be angry. It's okay sometimes not to forgive. It is. Yeah, that's fine. I think that is. Although it's best to forgive, I think sometimes not to forgive is a choice and it is sometimes impactful in a great way. But do so in a way where you're not, it's not going to cause you damage. You know what I'm saying? Be the cocoa butter, the shea moisture to your temple, to your eyes, to your nose, to your lips, to your hands, to your feet, to your body, to sex, to your wisdom, your age, your voice, your movements, your tone, your thinking, your reaction, and your actions, your auto actions, meaning stuff that just comes natural, like, you know what I'm saying? You itch, scratch, to turn on your blinker when you're driving. Those automatic things that just without thinking, you just know to do now because your body, you're wired to do it now. Where we go from here is making sure that we are as responsible for ourselves as we are for other people. And be responsible with your blessings and of your blessings, as Jill Scott says. Because when you're responsible with your blessings, especially as this thing that you are still living today, you should understand what it means to be able to wake up again and see. And not be underground or ashes to ashes, dust to dust. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure you guys probably hear the fireworks outside. I know. At first I thought it was gunshots. But I'm like, wait, no. I'm not, I'm like, ooh. But I think that in this life, we need to understand that it is going to be done. At the end of this life, you want to say, don't think this hasn't been fabulous. or you haven't learned all you learned. But 2021, it's time for you. That's what 2021 is going to be about, especially for me, is just you. Just you. Moving down from Colorado to Florida for school, it was about me, but it wasn't because I need to find my stability. And I kind of found my stability this year, but then COVID happened. But I think that 2021 is going to be about my stability. Just that. Graduating college, and then going to the master's degree program, and then also 2021, and then going on my trip vacation for that. This year is about stability for me. Just flatline. And everybody wants to be like this all the time, or just be like this, or expect to be like this. Flatline out, y'all. Flatline out. Ain't nothing wrong with flatlining. You still breathing while you're flatlining, right? So take that in. Be joyous of your job, no matter what the pay is. It does need to get better, but just flatline out, y'all. That's what I think 2021 should be about. And also the betterment for black people. And this year, I got some things planned for y'all, and I'm going to be making some appearances very soon in regards to everything that's happened this past year and going forward. I want to introduce some laws that I think that should be partaken in by the government, the federal government, not the state, federal, in regards to African Americans. And let's see how they respond to it. Let's see if our government really is for us, or are they really against us? Or if they're just agreeing to then shut us up for a temporary moment, 1 second in time. But I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful new year. I hope that you guys grab your life by the reins and don't fall into the pit of every little thing quickly, without thinking, without understanding, without absorbing what could possibly be the consequences, how you're going to feel, how you're going to think, how you're going to speak, how you're going to react, how are you going to move forward from it. And know that you are bad. And to my black people out there that will eventually watch this, let's do this. It's a crime that we don't do for ourselves. It's a crime that we don't stand up for ourselves. It's a crime that we don't stand up for each other. It's a crime that we prosecute each other and persecute each other as if we're the bad guys only, if that makes sense. Be the arm and the hammer. Be the steel, be the speed, be the force, the knight to be reckoned with, the queens to be reckoned with. And to all my dark-skinned sisters out there, you matter. And let's fight the good fight together. And I got some things in store for y'all too. Don't worry. And I win twice because my black sisters, I got some things for y'all. And this year was a lot revealing and forgiving for some folks. But I think this year is going to set the tone for the next 20 years. The next 2 decades. So let's do it, y'all. Let's do it. Let's continue to talk the real talks and stuff. But I will see you guys next time on the Analytical Eye Show, as I'll be then stepped into 2021. If y'all can see my feet, I kind of went whoop. But stepping into 2021. And yeah. Oh, I did shave off my sides. My friend helped me with that and doing some other stuff cool. But yes, let's step into 2021 together with new breath, new flowers, new scent, new energy, new stars, new space. And cheers to you all. I love you guys. This was more just a message, not really a show, but I love you guys so much. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Aubrey Vassal. And you can follow the show, The Analytical Eye Show, on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter as well, at The Analytical Eye Show. And stay tuned for the website that is coming. It's going to be generally for my company, and there's going to be sub pages for the Analytical Eye Show. So it's not going to be theanalyticaleyeshow.com or anything. It's going to be my company. So I'll let you guys know about that type of stuff. And let's live. Thank you, God, for another year. And thank you, God, for allowing me to wake up today. And God bless you all. Peace and love, y'all. And, cheers. Happy New Year. Too bad I can't do a countdown with y'all, but when I'm able to do lives and stuff, then we'll start doing that together. But let's celebrate, y'all. Another year to go, and many more days, and many more seconds, and many more hours, and many more moments together. Peace and love, y'all. And thanks to my love village. Have a good day.